evening. Welcome to the Citizens here on Joy Prime TV. As usual, it's a girls talk show. We don't mind our body. We just speak it the way it is. Not exactly how you want it, but hey, we move, huh? So let me just...
we move.
We move. That's it. Yeah. Hey, and then my part. We move, ladies and gentlemen. We move. So quickly, let's do our introduction, starting from my immediate right is
the class prefect, Rosalind Felly. Hey, yo.
Hey. Today's introduction, I'm shy. Hey, sister. Okay, so next to Rosalind is our very own
Diana Hamilton.
Woo! Adam. You're going to sing for us today, right?
Hey, Lord Jesus.
I know there's a show coming up. We'll talk about that pretty soon. And
the very sweet, no naughty, quiet Araba Kumson.
Not.
Rosin what?
Rosin what? Did I hear something about
Rosin, no, not.
Oh, but I'm sweet and
you don't know Araba. No. One of these days, I'll be releasing Araba's videos on
social media. You can't hide your character a little.
Like, yo, I gave it to you as you wanted, but Araba. It's a boogie where Araba was doing it.
All right, before we get into that
you
today.
Didn't introduce yourself.
Oh, I'm not doing Don't say anything.
Okay, that's all right.
Behave yourselves.
Oh
my God. Okay, so today we're looking at corruption in Ghana and how to curb it. Is it still going on? Have we kept corruption in Ghana?
Is it still going on? It's still going on. Yes, it's still going on.
Is that to where? I'll come to you.
No, I mean, is it still? It's still going on.
All right.
It's still going on.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
Yeah, it's still going on.
Aside that, we are also looking at how much is too much for our children. We're talking about what they watch on our screens. We're also going to look at checking our partner's phone. Good or bad idea. Have you done that before?
Rosalind has a guilty look on her face.
I hope the camera didn't capture that.
Araba, have you done that before?
Once, but it was not.
Don't explain. You've done it. Diana.
Don't actually. I haven't.
Never done that.
No.
Like never.
No, but one time someone.
No, there's no but.
No. This one, like the phone was ringing and I saw it. And me too. I looked.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's still the Citizens. We'll be back shortly.
You're welcome back to the show. This is The Sixth Sense, where you get to hear the perspective of these beautiful and intelligent ladies. Now, we're going to launch straight into our first topic, which is corruption. Now, corruption has existed since man was created, some say. And we're still experiencing it. But it seems like we can't get a hang on it. Like, we can't deal with it. Every government that comes, there's an issue of how they're going to deal with corruption, and at the end of the day, nothing much gets done. A lot of talk, but not much action is taken, and we're still where we are. So today we're going to be discussing the various forms of corruption and what we can do as a people to nip it in the bud. Even if we can't eliminate it totally, what we can do to minimize it, because at the end of the day, it will benefit us all. So I'll start with a story I heard today on the news about the National Service Secretariat. Do you know that secretariat, people have been making money there? So what it is that they use ghost names. So they pretend that they are students. Ghost names. Oh. So they pretend that they are students that they are paying monies to, you know. They're paying money to students and they have their names there, but these people do not exist. It goes into, you know, individual pockets. And people have been doing this for years. They collect their monies, their salaries, and then they take those monies as well. And these people, some of them, they go to church, Auntie Diana. They go to church.
See, I'm looking at you and telling you. When you mentioned the topic, I thought, topic where they name who shake. But you just started it, and then I have a living testimony.
Tell us, madam. Tell us. Hallelujah. We are waiting.
Yes. So, my husband finished his service, needed to pay some payments to the system, did that and left to live in the UK. Years later, we found out that somebody he knew had set up a whole ghost hospital, had filled the ghost hospital with staff.
Wow.
And that my husband was one of the doctors in that hospital.
Wow.
And they were claiming the free health medications.
Health insurance.
What you call it? The health insurance was paying all these ghost names. Listen, it was, the ghost hospital, it didn't exist because it was ghost.
It only existed on paper.
On paper, and it was a whole staff, healthcare assistants, nurses, doctors. And according to that hospital, my husband was on study leave.
Whoa. And they were paying him.
Yes.
And the money was going into somebody else's pockets.
Yes.
You see, why do we do these things to ourselves? And then when we finish, we say we can't get good roads, we can't get good, whatever, social amenities. I mean, Rosalind, do you have any stories to share?
Stories? I mean, we live and breathe corruption. We do, like in our daily activities, we do. Araba, you and I are corrupt, whether you like it or not.
Oh, hey, speak for yourself, madam.
No, Araba, no.
I can't speak for myself.
Are you
for
telling
yourself.
me? Are you telling me that if you have a child and you're looking for school for that child, and let's say this is the school you want for the child, but the enrollment is full, and they're saying, somebody's saying, give me something for me to enroll your child in the school, and this is the school you want, won't you pay?
Well, that's a tough one. I mean,
It's
if I'm
corruption.
being truthful, maybe I'll pay. If I'm being truthful,
this is what it is.
Yes.
I don't know how we can curb corruption.
So situations push you too. But
Maybe we can curb the bigger ones. There are some that we can control.
which one is the bigger one? Which one is the smaller one?
Of course, like
Okay.
ghost names, they are big. I mean, creating that is big. But then corruption starts from somewhere. Our daily activities, everybody
giving 5 CDs to the policeman is
it's even corruption because you don't want the policeman to tell you to go and park your car at the police station. You don't want to go to court. Maybe you're driving. Sometimes all your things are okay, but the policeman will tell you, I want a triangle in your car. Or where's the jack?
Do you have a triangle in your car?
I do. Or where's the jack? Or probably you even took your car to the workshop and the jack has been missing that particular day.
Yes.
Now, you don't want to go to through all that horrible process.
Right.
So you just give the 5 cities and you go your way. So you see, the corruption is there. Everybody is practicing it. If we want to curb corruption, we need to start from probably the children.
My point.
How do we do that?
It starts from when you tell your child that if you take this, I will do this to you.
Yeah.
Let's see that through. Don't threaten your child without actually seeing it through.
Yeah.
Don't take this toy. When it's 9 o'clock, sleep. If you don't sleep, I will take this toy away from you.
Right.
If the child doesn't sleep and you don't take that toy away, the next time you say, if you don't eat your food, I won't go out with you, the child will not eat.
Yeah.
But if we live in a society where you know that if I take this money and I am caught, my father cannot beg.
Yes.
My mother cannot beg. I cannot go and call the chief of my village to come and beg for me. The law will deal with me.
Yeah.
When you know. Because listen, corruption is an English word.
Yeah.
I like that.
Corruption and corruption. Corruption is an English word.
Right.
Yeah.
But systems are in place elsewhere. Not that they are not corrupt. Oh, they're doing corruption on some higher levels.
Yes.
Right.
That's how come somebody made a law and had a party. And when he wasn't caught, he was fine.
Right.
Now that he is caught, his job is on the line.
Wow. Yeah.
Listen, if they want to get him off that seat, they will get him off that seat.
Right. Exactly.
But what will happen? When they say get off that seat, the queen cannot save him. When the cleaner says he should get off that seat, and we get 1 million cleaners saying get off that seat, and the queen says he should stay on that seat,
He will stay.
they will outdo the queen.
Oh, wow. The structures are in place.
Structures are in place. That's how come structures are so much in place that the one I saw was over the top but was the truth was when somebody's grave was dug out. Because where they buried him, they have found later that his life does not fit that place. The life he led when he was alive
Okay.
does not fit this cemetery. So they will dig that grave and go throw you somewhere else because
Even
so
your
even
corpse
after
will
death
suffer.
your corpse will suffer.
Wow. do we have these measures in our part of the
It will happen.
See, the thing about Ghana is that we have a lot of laws that can deal with corruption. The problem is implementing the laws.
Yeah.
Implementing the laws. So if someone does something wrong, they get off the hook, or they find ways around the law and then get off the hook. So it doesn't serve as a deterrent for anybody else.
I think that corruption starts from the top to the bottom. Because if those are the top, in fact, that is where it starts from. Most of them are the top. So if I take and I give my accountants, or probably I talk to my accountant, let's share it this way, give this one to the security, so at the end of the day, it starts from the top and it comes to the bottom. Like you said, everybody. But I was just asking myself, does it happen only in Ghana? How about other nations?
It's
an English word. It's a corrupt world, I should say. It's a corrupt world. What are we going to do? The laws are there. We've put the laws over there, but we are not, like Abba said, we are not implementing them. What do we do so that we curb this? As for me, seriously, I don't know, probably we should start giving punishments to, probably it's like the policeman's issue. I remember, I think I was working with one television station some years ago, and I was driving. I got to the Nungwa. You know, I live at Lashibi, so I usually would use the Nungwa barrier. And I'm sorry, Nungwa barrier people. I'm sorry. They are scattered all over. You cannot, like, you can't pass the other way. Even if the police, like everywhere from Ravico to the barrier to the mall, the junction.
But it's not a good thing.
It is, but you can't be there and be taking bribe.
Okay.
Because it's just for their benefits.
I mean, the whole thing of taking bribe is different from our Ghanaians even doing the right thing. Because most people are driving without license. Most people, their cars are not roadworthy, but they are on the roads. So these people will be there and they will take the money. Look, you know that if you drive a DV car, you can't drive after 6. How many DV cars do we see on the road after 6?
So many.
See, I think that...
And the point is that sometimes they go past police checkpoints.
They know.
I
think that we can...
So even the Ghanaians, we as the citizens, we are not doing the right thing. And so the people ask us for the money, and we end up giving the money, and then we blame the police for being corrupt. Who was corrupt? Who caused it?
Because if you had done everything right,
the police can't ask you.
I also think that sometimes knowing your right is very, very important. You don't have to let them scare you, and you don't, like you said, triangle, you don't have this, you don't have that. I mentioned a station that I worked with. I was just driving, the policeman was there. Pakeha, please, what's my offense? That time I had to go on air. I said, please, I beg you, release me to go. Then my producer called me, so I had to talk to him about Troy, I'm coming, please. Then he realized that I was speaking to somebody from the media space. All of a sudden, somebody who was demanding, he started from 50 Ghana cedis now to 20. If, like, the man was, the moment he heard that I was talking to somebody in the media space, oh, sister, next time, why? You know, sometimes we don't just, then we also give out. If you have done the right thing, stand for the truth. I can't give you, I cannot give you. Let them arrest you.
The situations with the police is just one example, but I mean, we can
recount
a lot of
examples
of corruption in
what I said.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, but you're making the point that maybe it should start from the top. People from the top should be sanctioned so that serves as a deterrent too. Will that work, you think?
I think it can start from the top, it can start from the bottom, like I said. If you know that when I do this, this is my punishment, and nothing, not even God, can save me, then you work and walk well.
The reason why I'm saying that is because, you know, people say that if, for example, a minister does something wrong, clearly he's in the wrong, and then the president sanctions him, he is able to go to jail. People would then see that if a minister can go to jail, then who am I? I mean, I'm an ordinary person. I can also go to jail.
Oh, don't parry here, people.
They'll sit up.
We saw some
but do we see that political?
We saw it, I think, under Mahama, the ex-president Mahama, the NDC government. He did jail some of his people who were corrupt. We saw it happening. Did it curb it?
Abuga Pele.
Did it curb it?
No, not. But you see, it won't end immediately.
Exactly.
I think it would take a while.
Consistency would have helped.
Okay, so I say this, that I'm sorry I have to be always going back to the UK or things like that. But we have, as much as we're talking about what is causing that, it's also very important that we send the word of caution to everybody that the evil that men do will live after them.
Exactly.
So much that when I say corruption is an English word, now things are in place for them. So much. And we here in Africa, especially here in Ghana, we need to know that these things we're doing, there's going to be a time that the laws are going to work. And so if you are giving somebody a job and you are asking to sleep with that person, a time is coming that person is going to say, you abused me. I have evidence. We've seen it. We saw the American president going under so much legal battles. A lot of women coming saying, you did this to me, you did that to me. And so that policeman who took that money, that person can come back and say, I've repented, and you took that money, you shouldn't have taken it. You're in trouble. So we should be careful that whatever we're doing now and going scot-free, or we're calling somebody to come and beg on our behalf,
the day of reckoning,
will come.
Yes.
Definitely.
And we will get there where you can't just take money as bribe, and you can't just sit at work, not do anything, or sit in your boss's. This corruption thing, I know someone who owns a pharmacy shop, has brought in a pharmacist to come and man the shop for her. She's outside. Whenever she comes, all her medications are still there. They haven't bought a single one. Because the pharmacist enters the shop and brings his own medications and sell them. So he's not stealing yours, he just hasn't sold them. But you're paying every bill, electricity, that, you're paying everything. I know someone who owns a shop, a retail and a wholesale. So when she's not there, the retailers and the wholesalers have a joint, they have a link. So they'll go to the wholesalers, get the things, come and sell them at retail price, and then go pay the wholesalers the money of the wholesale. They keep the change. And then they spend it. So the woman's retail shop, they are not buying anything according to her books, but her wholesale shop is running out because they're making some money. Levels of corruption, and so we need to know what if that job, you break it down? What if they go bankrupt? What if they go under? What are you going to do? Let's know the time of reckoning and
corruption. They just look at the present. What they will benefit from. They don't look at the the future. And so,
and we need to try as much as possible to help or incorporate it in our children, such that when they grow, they'll be able to put the systems in place. Probably our time we might not be able to do it, but if we start from the bottom, obviously when they grow, they are the future generation. When they grow, what Dinah is saying that is happening in UK could happen in Ghana, but it depends on us to make sure that we let them get to understand that system so that they can practice it as they grow.
So what I'm hearing is it's like a two-pronged thing. We can start with the children, but we also need to ensure that our leaders lead by example, right?
But how do you ensure it?
Well, you have to put pressure on your government.
Accountability.
Accountability is one. Accountability is one.
Our part of the world that we come from, we put leaders there. That even when you try to question a leader, you are painted in a negative way. People are suffering because of that. People are losing. I'm serious.
But you still have to. It's a sacrifice.
You're not getting my point. You see, when we talk about the UK, if a cleaner says that person must go, the cleaner knows my job is not at stake. Here, you know your job is at stake. What's your family going to eat? Are you going to jeopardize your family for that? There are just a few people who have decided to go out of their way, but the majority is not willing to. But if we have the children who will become the majority one day, then we know that we are there. But for now, I think for now, reality is not going to happen.
So the onus is on parents to inculcate this into their children.
Exactly.
But sometimes it's some of the parents to, they will say, do as I'm saying. But children actually
Want to know why.
They watch their parents, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
You know, so I'm not a parent yet, but I've seen
Very
nieces.
soon. Very, very soon. Arama will be a parent.
That is a topic for another discussion.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you're still watching The Sixth Sense. We've been looking at corruption in Ghana and how to curb it. Let's hear from those on the streets what they are also saying.
Now, corruption is becoming part and parcel of us. And even if you go to offices, corruption is allowed. Things that they are not supposed to do, it is now seen as something normal. Somebody is being paid to work. Then the person will be expecting you to give him some tips. And the tips is becoming something normal. It has been accepted by we, the citizens ourselves. So if the state gets an institution that will be controlling this corruption aspect, because it's not from the head, it's coming right from the down there.
For corruption, it cannot stop in Ghana. So we just have to arrest all of them, even including the president. We have to arrest all of them. If you corrupt even one city, we have to arrest you, and we just have to ban them all, including the president, because they said they will never stop corruption. If you say it, they will tell you corruption started from Adam time. So corruption there, it can never stop in Ghana.
Corruption is everywhere. And I'm an example of it. This Ghana card thing, I'm telling you, because of the 2 million, I think if you don't have the card, you have to pay about 2 million or 3 million. Because of that, if you go, you the normal person, they won't attend to you. The people who are bringing the 3 million, they are the one they will be attending to. And on a second note, there are some backdoor guys who will come and call you, Madam, come. Do you want to do it fast? I'm here. Then you have to give him something like 100 cedis or 50 cedis, and he'll go and do it faster for you, and the rest of the people will be on the sun. Nagging. So look at this. It's another form of corruption. Even though I haven't been to any huge institution for me to see, I saw it in this Ghana card thing, which is very bad.
If the government should provide, let's say, works, jobs, for instance, if he provides jobs, the corruption and armed robbers will come down.
I would say this corruption have started from the roots. That's from you and I, you understand? That's where the corruption have started till it get there. So if we are to fight its corruption, I think we have to start fighting the corruption from the foundation. And that's we, the normal Ghanaians, we the citizens, before we could get over there.
Welcome back. You are still watching Sixth Sense. My name is Rosalind Felly, and of course, I'm here with the beautiful
Arabakunse
and
Nadule.
of course, our superstar in the building.
Yes.
All right. So, oftentimes we have our children watching TV. They are on their phones. They are on the computer. And the question is, how much is too much for your children when we talk about screen time? Well, some parents have decided to put a time limit to what their children are supposed to watch on TV. Some will say TV, others will say phones, and some actually give them the leeway when it comes to computers. But then how much time is enough screen time? I'm coming to you, Dinah, first, because you are a mother.
Yeah. I was just talking to them before we came on set.
Oh yeah, true. Listen, when I say we, myself and my husband, we sing on the same song.
Right.
And so from Monday to Friday, no TV. That has been in existence for years. And then, I realize when we go to church, you see all these parents giving their kids tablets just so the parents can have time to focus on the Word of God, forgetting that it's the same Jesus you want your kids to know. So don't give them tablets. So we don't give them tablets and phones. They don't have, even if they have my password, which I don't think they do, but now you can't even tell. They might know, but they don't have access to my phone. I've seen mothers who the kids won't even give their phones to their mothers because they're on YouTube all the time. However, COVID kind of turned things around when kids were doing online learning.
True.
And you gave them computers, and you can't sit with them the whole 6-7 hours of school time. So you're thinking they are on screen learning. By the time you come back, they're playing games. Oh, we've been there. I thought of putting cameras in there.
We have been there.
Because
I mean, the school is calling you. Your child is
it's
supposed
not
to be
be on
seated.
Zoom,
And
but they are
the child-
not.
Really?
You can't. Yeah.
I think most parents fall culprits to this. I don't usually do that, but like Dinah said, sometimes you want some peace of mind, and then you give
How
to
old
them.
are your children?
Okay, so I have 8 years,
Okay.
and then 2 years.
Okay.
Fine. So when they give them tablets, the father gives them tablets, or maybe relatives, sometimes I'll seize, but I would wait. Probably weekend, then we
Give it to them.
Exactly. But the younger one, you
The
give
2-year-old?
Yeah, you give him your phone. Sometimes calls are coming through, then he's cutting
Cutting it. Oh yeah, they do.
They are smart now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I know. I
Yeah.
know
Kids
children.
of today.
Yeah, you pick up your phone and you realize that you have some missed calls on it. I mean, I want to watch.
So I haven't. I'm not too big with children having phones. My daughter is 13, but she still doesn't have a phone. I gave her a phone. I felt she abused it, so I took the phone away from her. I'm thinking of getting her a yam, but I'm still thinking twice about it. I think it's destructive enough. You know, the children of these days, like when they get to teenage, their friends are talking about boys. There's so many things on social media, and so I feel at that time, yes, you want to be able to, you know, speak to your child because your child is somewhere and you want to speak to your child. But I also don't want my child to be so addicted to the phone. First of all, it's addictive. Secondly, they learn so many things on there that you and I don't know. Thirdly, there are people who are actually stalking them on there. You'll be amazed. People actually chat with your children. And I remember so well, there was this article that I read. I like to read these articles and watch documentaries. And it was about, you know, a trend where it's a game they play. So you play the game and the end is for you to commit suicide. And you get points.
Wow.
Yes, yes. And people were doing it. People were committing, yes, young people were committing suicide because of this game.
And you know, we're in a very dark world. They will tempt the child with something which is cartoon, and you think it's child friendly.
Exactly.
So and that happens on YouTube. They've targeted child friendly shows.
Yes.
And they're throwing in these adverts, and the kids are clicking on them. And so one time my child is watching YouTube, and then before I realized she was watching something else, and she's like, "Mom, it's cartoons, they're young children." But tell you what, a young girl in school, and after school decided to go because she didn't get good grades. These are cartoons. She's wearing school uniform. She didn't get good grades, so she's going to get her teacher to give her good grades. This is about a 10-year-old, 11. They start off with that, so it's age appropriate. So while she's going to school, she's pulled off her shirt, she's tied it, she's turned her skirt into a mini skirt, she's folded it over, and she's gone into the teacher's house.
How old again?
8, 10-year-old. Show her, I pop it through YouTube. She didn't go searching for it. So you know how you're watching and it's suggesting something to you. The child goes to the teacher's house. The teacher, long and short, slept with the child. She got pregnant. But then I can't even tell what they're telling you is 8-year friendly. Child is pregnant. She later realizes teacher has a wife because when she was going there, so I'm thinking, Kay, why are you watching? Like I'm sitting there thinking, because when I started off with it was child.
Yeah.
You know, she was a young girl. But when she started turning her skirt into a mini skirt and tying it.
Basically to seduce the teacher.
I mean,
obviously.
the things that are on social media
my
are
God.
mind-blowing.
Exactly.
And now, even for some of the cartoon stations, I don't want to mention any particular brand, they're showing cartoons of lesbianism and gayism. You know, where men are marrying men and women are marrying women. It's cartoons,
They
my
want to change the
darling.
narrative and make you think that it's okay, it's normal.
Why do you
But
want
it
to change the narrative for my child?
But they have an agenda. That's
That's
what
the
it
point.
is. So children are being exposed to all of these things. Wow, that is serious.
Supervision,
and
parent
so-
supervision.
Now, the big talk, like you're saying, I'm a mom. So now the thing I'm dealing with is getting to know how. I'm asking these mothers, because now they have ways they can see what their child is looking at on their phones. Any message that comes on their child's phone, she gets to see it on hers. All these security things that. So when I'm talking to my girl and my boy, I'm like, guys, I'm sorry to be discussing these things with you. When I was your age, I didn't know.
Yeah.
But what you know now, I didn't know when I was my age.
Right.
And so I'm sorry, I feel it's not right for you, but it's also very right that I tell you.
Yeah.
It's a difficult, dicey thing. But back to how long they can be on it, I think if you're with your husband, you both have to agree, otherwise they will play both of you.
Yeah, that's so true. That's so true.
They will play both of you. So when you both agree, they're not touching our phones, they're not touching your phones. You can't give yours to that child. Then the father will become the evil one, or vice versa.
Right.
If you're saying no TV, Monday to Friday, can we stick to that plan? Don't say, oh, she's disturbing me, so I said she should go watch the TV while I cook.
It's an agreement.
It's an agreement, so that
yeah.
the child knows that when they come to you and they do that. Mom,
Some
can
parents
I
feel-
watch TV? Because have you asked your dad?
So the both of you will sing the same
Sing
song.
the same song.
Yes,
I
I
see.
think it's the best thing. Ira, you want to say something?
No, I was saying that some parents, what I've seen, some parents, they give their tablets or phones to their children because for them, if they have to do something else, it's inconvenient for them to be supervising the child whilst they're doing something else. For example, if they're cooking or doing something else. So they'd rather give the phone to the child. The child is sitting at one spot. You know that that's where he's sitting and he's not going anywhere. So at least you have that for at least a few minutes while you focus on something.
Yeah.
What if the child is looking at something that you're not
Exactly.
aware of?
So-
Because you're not supervising
Exactly.
the child. Just because
Have
it's
we
convenient
have
for
we
you.
even thought about the eye problems? We don't even think about these things. We give the children as young as 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, who will be looking on a screen for
Mommy, I'm
what,
watching.
2 hours, 3 hours non-stop. That is a potential eye problem
course.
child.
That reminds
No,
me, I
yeah.
saw a parent with a child. We were sitting at the airport lounge, and for I think an hour, the child was on
Hey,
the
I remember
phone.
you were sitting where?
Airport lounge.
Hey, which of them? Is it the
Not,
VIP?
not VIP, please. The normal one.
Ah, okay.
Don't
I
bring
was
any
gonna
problem
start.
on me, oh, please. So the child was on the phone for an hour.
Okay.
And even when they tried to take the phone from him, he wouldn't. And they'll
Yeah.
be calling him. He wouldn't mind his father. He wouldn't mind his mom. He was just on the phone. And I was wondering, even me, when I am on my phone for like 30 minutes, like my eyes start
Exactly.
getting. So this child was on the phone for an hour watching cartoons or whatever it was. And I'm like, it's very serious. But are the parents not concerned, or it doesn't, even
Hasn't hit
come
them
across?
yet.
Yeah.
And you don't see the time going, listen, we're busy.
Yeah. That's
And
one
we
of the
hide
problems.
behind the word busy.
Busy.
And then we let them, and they know they know when to ask us for the phone when you're busy.
Yeah.
Have you not realized that when you're on the phone, that's when they
That is
make
very
all the
true.
demands?
Yeah.
That's so true.
Because so you're talking to your friend or you're on
That's
the phone
so
with the
true.
business partner and they come, Mommy, can I have the chocolate? Yeah. Kofana me hontome.
Yes.
Because at that point
I can
you're on
relate.
your phone.
I can relate.
So they know.
I can relate.
These
Yeah.
kids are smart.
Yes. Yes.
And
very true.
you also know that when you give it to them, you have your peace of mind. But 5 years down the line,
Yes.
you will not have your peace of mind.
No, you won't.
So how about television?
Same.
I mean, it's same. I mean, some parents, it's a mistake that some parents make. Don't watch TV, but you have access to my phone, or don't watch TV, but you can watch the computer. The things are on the computer. You might even be better. It might be better for you on TV because maybe the things that are being watched on TV could be restricted, but what's on the computer, what's on
Computer
YouTube,
cannot.
you cannot
Yeah.
restrict the child.
Yeah.
And there's so much on TikTok. I'm sorry, but it's a
Yeah.
fact. There's so much on there.
My children don't have phones to even have TikTok, but they know everything
Yes.
about TikTok.
Yes.
How?
Yes.
There's
there's so
and
much
can
on
I
there.
can I ask? TV in the bedrooms for the kids.
It's a no-no for me.
No.
It's a no-no.
Me too.
It's a no-no.
No.
Me
It's a
too.
no-no.
No.
I mean, my
Me
daughter,
too.
as 13 years, she still
No.
can't take my phone. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, yeah, you
you
can't
don't
take my
do not
phone.
have access to mommy's phone. No. I mean,
Yeah,
my phone is there and it's lying there and it rings. You can't even answer my phone. If my phone rings, you bring it to mommy, you
Your
have
phone
a call.
is ringing. Yes.
Until I tell you that
You can
you can
swipe.
answer. Why didn't you answer? She does not answer my calls because it's wrong for you to answer my call and say, "Yeah, mommy is not here. Leave it. I'll come and see my missed call. I'll call the person back."
So-
you understand? So it's a
It all
no-no.
boils down to parent supervision. I think that I think that in some aspects we parents too have failed in a way. Like Dana said, too busy. You need to get the work done. So when they come and they demand, let's just take a break. When we come back, the discussion continues.
Well, you've heard what the ladies had to say about the screen time for our children. It's time for us to delve into our next topic. And Diana, what are we talking about?
So this topic, I know a lot of you are going to have things to talk about because as a ladies thing, your husband's phone. So you're the woman. Have you ever picked your husband's phone to look at? What were you looking for? What are you doing there? What do you want to see? Anyway, I am not going to start this conversation because when I start this conversation, I'm just going to let now the fire tell us. The phone, should we look on it? Shouldn't we? Shalln't we? Shalln't we stay there? Shalln't we leave it there? Or what you are saying? Thank you.
Roslyn.
Hello.
Okay,
Look.
Roslyn.
Me. I have done it before. Look, I want.
What were you looking for?
So, you know
Sit
what?
well. Tell us the truth.
When you get into marriage initially, okay, or when you get into a relationship, sometimes you just want to. You just want to find out if you are the only one. It's a woman thing.
You want to know
sometimes
you more.
it's like just insecurity, sort of a little bit.
Okay.
So you know that it's telling me no, my own. You understand? Then but as you mature, you get to know that it's all it's all no sense. Do you understand?
Not nonsense.
Yes, no sense. It's I have learned my lessons in it. I feel like when you do that, what happens is you just hurt yourself. What you are looking for, once you are looking for, you will find.
I've heard someone say that.
Yes.
Whatever you look for, you will find.
Yeah. So you are better off not looking for anything. Enjoying the moment. I mean, when you don't know and you are being treated, even if, I'm not saying it is so, but even if the person is doing something, but the person is treating you right, what are you looking for again? You don't know anything. Why don't you just enjoy the moment? I mean, rather than today you're looking for the sometimes you even see hi dear. Meanwhile, somebody meets you on the road and calls you hi dear. But when you see hi dear, then your heart will be beating.
Is bumping.
And you don't know what's going on between them. Probably there's nothing going on between them. So yes, I have done it before, but
would you do it now?
No, I won't. No, I won't. And I haven't done it probably in the last 2 years or 3 years.
Oh, only 2 years? I thought you come to say in the last 10 years.
So it's a no for me. Sorry, why?
Yes.
We are sorry. We are sorry.
You have to be.
Why you say so anxious to talk?
Because I'm not one who's tempted to look at my partner's phone.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that over the years, the people I've been with, they have a.
Anyway. The
Yes,
last
I
time
do.
Roslyn said you don't have.
I do. Please don't
I
mind
ever had
Roslyn,
flowers
So
presented to her at work.
Snitch.
Roslyn, cheers.
no comment.
I'm on your side. I'm on your side. I'm on your side. Roslyn will take you there for you to say something. Today, we end doing that.
So, I mean, over the years, I've never been tempted. I mean, once or twice, because the person I was with was not faithful to me. Okay. So, they were dropping signs. And so, I was just tempted. So, once I looked, but like you said, when you look, you will find.
Yes.
And when you find, then afterwards, I have to
That's what the word of God says.
you find.
I mean, when you find what's there.
Exactly. I sought and I found. And I wasn't happy. So I thought, okay, what's the point? I mean, at the end of the day, if I'm going to feel unhappy, why did I even check? I mean, it's playing on my mind all the time, So over the years, I've just learned that, okay, if someone's phone is ringing, like you said, I don't touch it. I don't even look at who is calling. And it's really helped me because at the end of the day, I don't think about it. It doesn't bother me. My peace of mind is intact and all of that. So I would urge other women to do the same. But
it shouldn't be just
a lot of women.
I think men are doing it as well.
Men
And
are doing
men
it.
is worse.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's worse?
Yes.
Oh,
it's
yes.
With men?
Oh, yes.
Some are tracking their women's phones and all of that.
Because society has it's not the right thing, but society is such that it looks like it's okay for a man to cheat.
Exactly.
But it's an abomination for a woman to cheat. And so a man just can't live with the fact that he's sharing his woman with someone. And so if a man is insecure, he is very insecure and will do anything.
I see.
Okay.
But that may be true because, I've heard someone say that she was with a guy and I think she was a high-profile lady. She's high-profile. And I think the guy was a little insecure. And he was checking, he had a friend who worked at one of these telcos. And you know, they are able to check all of these things. So he was checking the woman's phone. And and he almost died because he was seeing messages like, hi dear, oh, I've missed you, blah, blah, blah. And apparently the woman has that relationship with some of her male friends. You know, but he just, you know, exaggerated and thought that it was something other than it was. So, yeah, I mean, it's sad.
I think you ladies have said it all. It's a no-no for me. I wouldn't say I've not done it before. I wouldn't say that. I've done it before when I was courting. Yes, I did. I realized that it wasn't okay because anytime you do that, problems come. So you wouldn't want to do that. You think about what you saw on the phone. It doesn't make you a happy person. You deform. All of a sudden, people see you and you're looking all like 75-year-olds. Yeah, some people lose weight and everything. You're worrying yourselves. Like, we've done it before. But hey, it's not healthy. Because we realize that it does not help. So do not do it. If you're a lady, if you're a man, I think even though we are married, we should have our...
Do not do it, but if you start a relationship, you want to do it, do it.
Really?
And if you want to die, if you want to die early,
you kill yourself.
Wait, if you want to die early, listen to Rosalind and do it.
Yeah, true.
I mean,
but
you want people to die early.
She stopped doing it and she's asking you to continue.
I mean, hey.
Can you imagine?
You go and see that your boyfriend is dating your best friend. Sometimes suspicious. Sometimes
Rosalind, don't give them wrong information.
Oh, Rosalind.
Listen, don't mind Rosalind.
Don't do it.
If you need to ask yourself. So if I should find that he has a girlfriend, am I willing to go? Am I willing to let him go? Or are you going to fight the woman? Ask yourself those questions. If you think,
and can you fight?
I want to stay in this marriage, whether there's another woman or there's not, why are you going to look for it then?
You know,
if the guy is treating you well, don't say that. But if you know yourself that you want to stay in this relationship, the guy is not abusing you, you are not in danger. If you can handle it, don't go fishing for what doesn't exist. Because when you fish for it, you will get it.
I mean, when the relationship is good, like Dinah is saying, look, when a relationship is good, he treats you well and everything, and you know that this relationship could lead to marriage. I don't go finding. But sometimes you might have the feeling that he doesn't look. You call him, he won't pick up.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he doesn't.
It doesn't get better with marriage.
It doesn't.
No, it's very important
so
to
maybe
know that.
Evidence.
Don't think that what he's doing now that you are courting, you're dating. If you marry him, it'll be better. Everything will be magnified.
It won't.
Oh yes.
Oh yes.
Oh yes.
Oh yes. Tell me about it.
Oh yes. So if he is in his words are abusive words a bit, don't think, oh, once we pray on it, it will.
But wait, ladies, don't you think that, like, okay, I was courting, I did, but I stopped. Don't you think that if you're courting the person, it's all right, probably you want to know him well before you say I do. So when you go and fish out and look and seek, then you find, then you run away. That maybe going to say that I do.
That's him. What do you want to know? Ask him.
Exactly. What do he likes to you?
So no, let him give you his phone rather than picking it when he's not aware. Ask him. Listen, am I the only one? Are you okay with me?
Will he give you his phone? Though?
That's the question.
That's the thing. Will he give you? If he won't give you his phone, that's your sign right there.
Okay.
If
what you guys hear?
What they want sabe what time?
But the truth,
I think I've just hit the nail on the head.
how many men
Oh, they won't do it.
No, but no.
If you
Only
want,
the genuine ones.
but I've heard. Now I hear.
even pastors don't give their wives their phones.
Oh, sister.
Rosalind, behave.
Why are you taking this discussion?
But if he's not willing to open up to you, then that's your cue
a
right
sign.
there.
Yeah.
That's your sign.
Then you have something to hide.
Then you have something to hide. And if you're not willing to let me see that,
But who
what
doesn't
else
have
are you gonna
something to
cover?
hide though? Like, who doesn't? Can you give your boyfriend your phone, Araba?
Of course.
You
I
can.
will.
Actually,
You
I
can.
actually
I
leave it
can.
around.
Okay.
Oh, I
I just
will.
leave it around.
Rosen, I do not have a password.
Okay, that's nice.
I don't.
Okay, does your husband touch your phone? Does he like go
No,
in
no,
there?
no, 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 no,
He
no,
doesn't.
no,
He
he
trusts
doesn't
you
do
so
that.
much.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, he doesn't go on my phone.
Yeah.
He has my password. I have his
everything,
password.
okay.
We have a common password actually. Not on the phone, like common passwords everywhere.
Everywhere. Okay, so you see, when you're in a relationship and you know that you are secured, but like I was saying, sometimes the relationship is not going well. You suspect one or two. All you need is an evidence. Like you were saying, sometimes you get into marriage and those things will magnify. So in a relationship, if you want that evidence, as much as we are advising don't go in there, you will feel that this is not for you. This man is not yours. This woman is not yours. There could be something that he or she is hiding. If it's married, don't go. That's what. Because look, if you find something, are you going to leave? No. But it's a relationship, and you want to know that is this worthy enough for me to be in that marriage? Is it going to be a good
Sorry,
one?
Roslyn.
Then
Sorry to interrupt. You might not even need to go in that on that phone. Then when he got that call, and the answers were,
yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Thank you.
Don't worry. All right, I'll call you. It's
Me
all right.
too.
That's fine. Yeah.
Me too.
All right then. Me too.
Me too. We are sorry, man, but the me too.
Well, someone said, wish you same. Right back at you. Right back at you.
You know, so yes, I think that you have to know when, but I think it's not
But some
right for
women
you to
see
do
all
it
these
all.
telltale signs, and yet still they stay in the relationship
Hoping
hoping
it will get better.
It will
That's what
get
I'm telling
better.
them. It doesn't get better.
Maybe
It gets
there's
magnified.
there's something good about the person. That's why she's not willing to.
What is that good?
Oh, she's talking true.
It's
because
That's my Rosalind.
no, listen. So she's in that
Dinah.
relationship.
Uh-huh.
The guy talks to her. The guy respects her so much. She's come from a relationship that the guy was so disrespectful.
Yeah.
And so the way the guy talks to her makes her feel like a queen.
Yeah.
So you're beginning to wonder, should I forgo these things he's hiding away from me and just be content with the respect?
Right.
Or do I want more? And that's when I ask, what can you live with?
Exactly.
What can't you live
I
with?
agree with you 100%
It's your
on
preference.
that. Yeah.
If you can live with cheating and be happy that he respects you, by all means.
Yes. I mean, everybody and their strength and what they can live
Yeah,
with. So, yes, I mean, I agree with you 100% on that. If you can't live with cheating and you can live with respect, I mean, you have to weigh your options and know what to go for. If he treats you well, don't go finding anything. Please, ladies, if he treats you well. I'm not saying if you love him. See, no.
That's the thing.
There's a
Which is
difference.
good.
No, there's a
tell us.
difference.
You're right.
yes,
You're right.
See,
Go
if
ahead.
you love him, you should make it work. I said, if he treats you well,
Be
there's
there.
a difference.
If he
Araba?
treats you well.
Yes. If you love him and he doesn't treat you well, I mean, why are you staying?
That's how
How do you teach a man to love you?
find good women.
Yeah.
Somebody you think is
That's a good
matured.
point. That's a good
And they're in a relationship because they love the person. The person is abusing them.
Exactly.
Because they love the person.
Right.
But if he doesn't respect you, he doesn't treat you well, run with both legs and hands.
So interesting submissions by all standards from our ladies. We've been looking at checking your partner's phone. Is it a good idea? Have you done that before? Are you trying to do that? Then we ladies will stay, yeah, stop right there. So let's get on the streets. Let's see what people are saying.
I won't go through my partner's phone because I don't see any reasonable reason for me to go through my partner's phone. Like, it's his privacy, so I have to give him his privacy.
I feel it's not important because I trust the partner.
It's my partner and I'm supposed to know everything about him. He's not supposed to hide anything from me.
Yeah, I'll not go through my partner's phone sake of everybody needs privacy. It's not right for me to take my partner's phone to go through because at least every human being needs privacy, so I will not go through.
Just to avoid certain things, like I don't want anything like I'll be seeing him texting other girls and flirting with them, and you know, boys are used to that. All boys are used to that, so I don't want it to be like I'm going through his phone and then I'll see him flirting with other girls. which I may be nicer than I am, and then I'll be jealous. That will give me some kind of, you know, heartbreak.
I have the right to go through because he is my love. If I make a mistake and I didn't go through and maybe he have a contact with another person, yeah, it will spoil our relationship. So I have the right to go through.
Generally, I wouldn't just stand up and go to my partner's phone. I know that what I want there. Unless I'm trying to fish out something or get something or there's an information that I want to get, okay. But I also have a phone. If I want to Google, I have to use my phone. If I want to use anything, unless I've asked for permission, hello dear, can I use your phone? I said, okay, use it. Or anything, but it depends on the relationship.
I don't want to cry. I don't want to say things that will make me cry. Yeah. Yeah, that I don't want to go through, and I won't go through.
So some interesting topics we'll be discussing here tonight, and the last one just turned us upside down. Roslyn went on a different level. She literally laid on the table. But you know, the interesting part is the fact that the crew here are all men.
Imagine.
And you know, emotions are coming. I'm hearing all sounds. Hey, and all that. The phones, guys. But it's been amazing. And,
Please, the positioning.
The positioning.
The men, they turn it upside down. What's the other position?
The ones they turn the
dark.
dark. You're sitting next to him, but you can't see a
I
thing.
would rather you turn it upside down
than make it dark.
But why do you turn your phones upside down?
I don't care if you turn it upside down though.
I
How do you turn your phone upside down?
I don't
It's
care.
so
I mean,
obvious.
if you turn it
But you're trying
upside
to hide
down,
or you turn it.
it's okay.
You need
It's
to bring
okay.
it back onto this
Probably-
table. What's the next topic we're discussing next week? I love it.
Oh,
I came here acting all ladylike and then they sat me next to Robin.
You realize that? You realize that it's over the bar. So my goodness.
See, if a man turns his phone, I don't care though. Me, I don't care if you turn. I think maybe your secretary is calling, okay? Maybe your girlfriend is calling. It's real. Maybe your girlfriend is calling. Turn it. Don't let me see. I don't want to see. That's why I don't want your phone. Don't let me see. Darken your screen. Don't let me see.
Because when you see,
fire.
See, please, to add up to that, you can either turn it this way, do it this way, turn it this
Or
way.
you put it on your back. You know, when we are talking, don't answer calls. When we are talking, don't answer calls.
But why have you taken this personal? Are you addressing Mr. Felly?
she's sending the message before
My
it
husband
happens.
will be watching.
It looks like you're addressing Mr. Felly. It's something you've been wanting to say for a long time.
But my husband doesn't have a call.
Oh my God.
My husband
Araba, you've been
I love
quiet,
you.
darling.
Mwah.
Araba has been quiet.
Abba has been
guys.
quiet. She's been taking cues. Listen, I hope we haven't just, you know, polluted your mind. It's not that serious.
Not at all. Not at
Don't
all.
mind
not
Roslyn.
at all.
It's not that bad. Don't go looking on the phone.
Those
getting
things
married
crazy.
next
She's a
year,
different
though.
breed.
Did she tell you?
No,
Araba
she
is
didn't.
getting
Are you
married
getting married
next
next year?
Yes.
Next year?
Yeah. Or is this year? When did you tell me? Is it this year?
Roslyn. Did I give you my wedding date, sister? Or you saw it in a vision? You saw it in a vision.
Araba, my dress is ready.
What colors are you using?
You're joining the band.
And it's been an interesting
Please,
conversation
she
right
must-
here.
she
She's
must
definitely
sing.
gonna sing.
She's
But then
definitely
we've been
gonna
doing this with my beautiful
Why are you turning your face?
and
As if
and
Are you talking to me?
Yes, the beautiful
Nadulin.
Nadoleno is our pastor's wife. And she always represents
Sofumami.
the Sofumami crew right here. But our beautiful guest, our celebrity who has been in the building with us.
A round of
she's
applause for
actually
her.
giving us the night. Thank you so much for being
for
here,
having me.
Diana.
Thanks
We
for
are
having me.
super grateful.
It's
And of
fun on
course-
this table.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean,
It's always fun when you have crazy people like Roslyn.
Oh yeah.
I mean, why do they do this to me? Like I'm supposed to be the innocent one.
So when
Really?
Diana got here, she first
Really?
introduced herself as the good girl.
That's what Roslyn
But
did.
I am a good girl. Like, anyway, so you know what? Of course, Diana cannot leave without singing for us. And she's going to do her favorite, whether you ladies like
when
it
you
or
say
not.
favorite,
I
then
have a favorite.
I don't. They're all my favorites. So
Yeah,
you
all your
choose one and
Favorite?
then I'll
Okay,
say.
Araba,
yeah.
which is your favorite?
Adam.
Adum, now which is your
Let's
favorite?
go for it.
You want Adum?
I'm okay.
If you all promise
What's
to
your
sing
favorite?
along.
My
What's the-
favorite,
what's
I
your-
have about 10 favorites
know.
of yours.
Hey.
Let's name one
Yes.
favorite.
You know, you actually had this one that you did in London, and you stood in the market and you sang it.
And see we
In Siwiye. See.
Whoa.
See.
I'm impressed.
Oh, why?
I'm impressed.
All those doing are dumb.
Yeah,
are the
okay, so
babies.
no.
Which
Work
one?
in progress.
That's new.
That's
Uh,
new.
that's- oh, wait.
Please, don't worry, don't worry.
Yes, Abuakwatu is
very
new.
new.
Oh, I know. Oh, she's right.
Allow
you can't disgrace me. You can't disgrace me.
See, I have your favorite. Let me grab my favorite of Dinah's on here. I have it on my audio Mac, and I always play her songs every morning.
Bless you.
So there's this one that is not when you come home became my favorite recently.
It's a new one as well.
Yes.
Okay, now,
so you're going through your phone. If I should
now we have a fan from far.
Yes.
Yes, if she says when you come home became my fan recently, it means she knows when you come home was a very old song that has been rebirthed.
Very, very old song.
Go on.
I think Yehovah
Beshe.
You're using your phone.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite. That has been my favorite. You have to sing that song for me. I have to bully these ladies out of the Adam and do the Yehovah.
Because everyone knows Adam, so you know.
No problem. We can do Yehovah.
Oni ma dream kwa wa dream wo e yasum je na nya bonite obemo wie pa ene yasum je obehwe ye ho wa beshe ye ho wa beshe ye ho wa beshe azama henna ye ho wa beshe
you have some dance moves.
Yehovah Beshe, Yehovah Beshe, Yehovah Beshe, Yehovah Beshe.
Please take the amen part.
Then you bullied us and she sang yours.
Obesha was so Nanenya me Besha, Yehovah Beshe. Mese Obesha, Onyai Wumu, Obesha, Dani, Dada, Yehovah Beshe. Okay, amen. Mensu, Meha, Nanenya me Besha. Okay, let's go. Now we'll be some be a Shira.
Amen.
And see we
Amen.
and see we
Amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen. Amen. Amen.